What's up? What's up?
Yo. I think I need to be leader today.
I think you do. I was wondering
I
if
think
you
I
were
need to
going to
be
be
the
the
leader today. Do
leader.
y'all hear her voice? Do y'all do it again?
Welcome, you guys, to REI Decoded. Welcome to our Tuesday training. We are so excited to have you. Antonio is going to get fired today, I promise you. But I can't even hire myself. I can't even hire myself. Welcome, you guys. I hope you are having an amazing day. We
I'll tell
are
you how I feel. Blessings on blessings. I was just heard that from somewhere. I
okay.
don't know. That's how I feel. I feel good.
You must have been strolling. That's what you was
That's a
doing.
really good chance. I was doing
That's what you was doing.
It's a really good chance I was doing that.
Let's go, you guys. I'm excited. My name is Ashley Denmark.
I'm Antonio Denmark.
We are your funding experts. We are here to help you on your funding journey or your real estate journey.
She here to help y'all with that. I'm just here as eye candy.
I had such a low blow for you, but the spirit told me to just hold it.
What you got?
The eye candy after 2:30 when you go get this haircut.
You right.
Okay. What's up, you guys? Y'all tell me who's in the place. Drop your name in the chat. Let me know who is here. You guys share this with others. I have my good friend Shayla Nicole.
You better say
the Shayla Nicole in the background, waiting to drop some gems for you guys, waiting to teach you how you can start getting deals using social media, using content, using some strategies that she's been using for a minute. And then she's even taught us how to use. So I'm excited. I see you.
Man, who you don't even know who it is though.
Let's go.
I thought you was gonna fix that part. Blessings on blessings on blessings.
So yeah.
What's up? I'm feeling good today, man. I'm excited. This is a live training that has been in the making for a few years now, y'all.
Absolutely.
And it has finally come alive, and it is here. Like, I'm excited just to hear the training, just to hear her teach, just to hear her growth. If you are struggling on social media, you want to listen to this training. It is dummy proof. Even somebody like me can do it. All right.
Right.
All right, let's go. Let's bring D.
Let's bring D. It's Shayla Nicole.
Hey y'all, what's up?
What's up, Shayla?
Shayla.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
I'm doing real good.
Tanya has been on like some other stuff for the last 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, like
I am trying to play catch up because I'm not where he is.
Like on a serious note, it's like, I don't know if you ever seen that movie Limitless, like where you like mentally like you going, like normally I can go, but like I've been like way over there somewhere across the Himalayas these last couple weeks, and I don't even know where I'm at sometimes.
Listen.
My goodness. Well, one thing about the two of you, y'all are like some thinkers, some doers. So anytime your wheels are spinning, I'm like, I can't wait to see what they are about to come up.
Oh man.
Because when it comes to this whole like real estate thing and just business in general and like getting people plugged in, y'all are seriously the goats. It's a lot of people out here that call themselves goats, but I've been encountering some lambs and some sheep in the mix. But y'all some goats in what you do. So I'm excited.
That's what's up. Thank you. Few housekeeping rules. If you want to ask us questions or ask the Shayla Nicole questions, make sure you go join our REI Decoded Facebook group. That's where we'll be answering questions at. You can't just put them on our regular page. You got to go join the group. Also, when you join the group, you will get a mini series on real estate. And you will also get some promises as far as a marketing calendar that we'll give at the end. So make sure you go join the group, go get connected so you can stay connected and get these trainings every Tuesday.
See, you hear that pressure?
I hear it.
Oh, you had it already made?
Pressure.
Blessings on blessings. Let's go.
Listen, so I'm excited. We're going to go ahead and jump into it if that's okay with y'all, right?
Yes.
Listen, the floor is yours.
We are handing it over to you, except when I interrupt and ask questions.
Okay, we're gonna let you interrupt and ask questions when you want to. That's no problem with me. So first of all, shout out to everybody that's joining here in the middle of the day, wherever you are. It might be, 1 p.m. if you hear Central Time like us, or it might be 2 p.m. But shout out to those of you who are taking time out of your busy schedules to join us. And listen, can we just do this real quick? Can we give it up for the cool kids, the Denmarks, for even making all of this possible today? So let's go ahead. Let's drop some hand clap emojis in the chat and show them some love if we can. I just feel like the two of them are so incredible. They are always looking out for people and taking care of their people, and just bringing people like myself and Gilberto Herrera, who is the Alabama Google coach. And I know Lawrence Barron, I think, is coming up later this week. So shout out to them. So make sure that y'all are in whatever Facebook groups they start, you're on whatever email subscriber list that they may have, you're on whatever text list that they have, because if you are showing up to everything that they host, then you will really start to realize that they truly have a heart for the people, and they are essentially equipping you and setting you up to succeed. So,
shit, girl, I'm gonna cut a commercial with that, girl.
look, cut the clip, okay? Go on, make that a little promo testimonial type situation, because I've been able to know the two of you for years, and when I started my business, I vividly remember sitting in you guys' office and just talking with y'all, and y'all are who showed me how to grow and scale my business so that I can start to really work on my business and not in my business. And so y'all taught me like how to hire people. Listen, I was telling Antonio, okay, this is a little bit of tea, but I was telling him I had to fire somebody today. So the whole firing process, like I learned all of that from y'all. Hire fast, fire faster is my new motto. But yeah. So shout out to y'all. Like I said, drop some hand clap emojis in the chat. Because like I said, just everything that they do these free live trainings, and look at how much value you get. And imagine whenever they drop something and they put a dollar amount on it, I'm telling you, it's worth whatever investment. Because if you get this much for free, imagine what you get when you put a dollar on it. Okay. Ooh. So make sure that whatever the Denmarks drop, make sure that you're picking up whatever they drop. Okay. All right. So this is my disclaimer. This is just to say that the insights and tips that I'm going to share with you today are based on my own research and my own experience. So take with it, do what you will. All right. So for starters, who am I? I'm Shayla Nicole. I am the chief curator and strategist at 66 Media, where my team offers strategy, creative direction, and done for you services to business owners and global brands. And so what does that mean? That means that I get to create content for a living. I like to say that my creator created me to create. Okay. So my background is in video editing, and at my company, 66 Media, we produce live and hybrid virtual events. We edit and produce content for TV programming, YouTube channels, on-demand video apps and platforms. We do web design. We do social media strategy, social media management, creative direction, so much more. So if it deals with making a business or a brand look good on the World Wide Web or social media, that's what we do. I started my business in August of 2019. And so when the pandemic happened, business just pretty much boomed for me. I could not have started it at a better time. And so now I'm up to a team of 7. So it's myself and a team of 7 people that help to run my day-to-day operations. And we have gone on to produce for brands such as Coca-Cola, Black Star Network, Roland Martin, Vibe, the city of Birmingham. We've done some content for Mayor Randall Woodfin, some city councilors. We produced 3 days of content for the Democratic National Convention in 2020. We've worked with the city of Birmingham, the World Games in partnership with Microsoft, the families of Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, James Fortune, Kirk Franklin, Tasha Cobbs Leonard. I mean, you name it, Isaac Haree, just about everybody. Okay. These are just some of my favorite pictures of people that I've been able to come in contact with over the years. Because when I tell you I am a living testament of your gifts will make room for you and put you amongst great people, I am the living proof of that. Okay. In addition to what I do on my day to day, I also have a podcast called Shiro Convo. That's another project, passion project of mine, where I interview other female business owners like Ashley Denmark. We got to get your episodes, sis. Okay.
You're right.
Okay. But I basically interview other female business owners who have taken their hobby or their side hustle and turned it into a profitable business. And you can listen to Shiro Convo wherever you listen to your podcast. And I also have an ebook titled From Hobby to Hustle, Turning Your Passion into a Profitable Business, because I believe in, monetizing our gifts and our talents. There's a couple of things you can do and give your time, talent, and treasure to for free, but sometimes you got to put a little dollar on it, right? Because if it don't make money, it don't make sense. Okay.
Wait a minute.
I'm just
what? Come on, let's drop them 3 T's again. Your what?
What now?
Your time, talent, and your treasure. Okay.
Come on now. Let's go.
Talk that talk.
Let's go.
Let's go, y'all. So do me a favor. Hands up. You can put your virtual hands up in the chat. How many of you have ever used social media and it's led you to a potential client or a successful deal? Drop a 1 in the chat if that's you. If you've ever used social media and it's led you to a potential client or a successful deal, drop a 1 in the chat. And then how many of you have faced challenges using social media for real estate? Drop a 2 in the chat. Drop a 2 if that's you, if you face some challenges using social media. And so just kind of think to yourself as I go through this, what hurdles are you really hoping that you can overcome today? So when it comes to social media, I like to tell people that authenticity is going to be your secret sauce. I believe that people don't connect with faceless real estate machines. They like to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. They connect with people. Okay. So in using social media, it's important that you make sure that your personality shines through, because that's going to be the quickest way that you're going to turn your followers into loyal clients. Why do you think that you're here in REI Decoded? Why do you think that you follow the Denmarks, their page, and Ashley's personal page, and Antonio, aka X Flipper, his personal page, right?
Don't follow that page.
Oh, don't follow that one. It's okay. You gotta put the sin in your stories, bro. Don't put it on your main page. You gotta put it. Okay. But
that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, for those nuggets right there.
Right.
See, we're gonna help you. So you all follow them because you connect with them. You like to see what I like to call the A clan, because everybody in their family name starts with an A. So you get to see the behind the scenes of like them at, their children's events. You get to see not only them buying and flipping, but them showing and teaching others how to buy and flip. You get to see, them hanging out with their family and that sort of thing. You're connecting with them, right? And so that's what you want to do with your audience. You want to make sure that your personality is shining through, because then that's how people are going to begin to know, like, and trust you, and you'll be able to convert your followers into clients. Okay. So in using social media, it's important to understand that there are 5 content formats. And when you know how to seamlessly switch between these different content formats, then that's going to help to make sure that your posts are striking the right chord with the right audience. And that is the magic and the art of mastering social media. And I like to tell people to kind of mix it up like a playlist. Okay. So use all of them. Some people tend to only post stories or they only post carousels. I like to tell people to use all of them. You have to use all of them for the algorithm to really work in your favor. And so those 5 are reels, stories, carousels, static posts, and lives. Okay. So we're going to break down what each of those are. So the first one is reels. These are great for, like short and snappy and addictive types of posts. They're what I like to call the party trick of Instagram's algorithm. And when I say Instagram, let me just say this real quick, because sometimes people are like, well, Shayla, you always say Instagram. I always say Instagram, but really Instagram, Facebook, they're both owned by Meta. It's both interchangeable. So there you go. And then also, as you know, TikTok, their thing is kind of set up the same way. So Reels is across all the platforms. Okay. Let's get that out the way, because I don't want anybody to be confused. But Instagram's algorithm is actually designed to push out Reels. So even though since last year, there's been a 76% decrease in using Reels, they somehow still reign supreme when it comes to Instagram's format. Okay. Um, so in using some ideas, some good things to know is that you can make property showcases entertaining. You can make a quick reel with some stunning shots of whatever listing you might have, showing inside and outside shots of the property. Put that to a catchy soundtrack, aka some trending audio, and go from there. Because entertainment right now is top priority when it comes to reels. And we'll dive more into that in just a second. The second one is stories. Stories are great for building community and making sales. So I tend to use stories a lot. I use all five, but I really like to use stories. And I know that stories is great for building community because whenever I post something, people are reacting to it. They're sending a DM, they're doing like the little story replies and stuff. Those are great for building community because then those people are in my DMs and I'm talking to them. And then it's like we have this virtual friendship, if you will. Okay. Um, but stories are great for behind the scenes glimpse into your life as a realtor or a flipper. You can share some snippets of property tours, maybe some behind the scenes of like client meetings. Set up your camera, put it on time lapse, let it film you as you're in some of those client meetings. We call that B-roll in editing. So set those up and set some audio to it and just let it go, right? Also, some personal moments are good to connect authentically with your audience. Going back again to what I said about the Denmarks, I feel like they're great at this. They're always showing their kids with them on the property tours. They show them showing up at their kids' events, showing up at school. They show themselves at work, at play. That's why everybody connects to them authentically because they're just showing up as themselves, and posting things like that in your stories is a great way to do that. When it comes to building community in your stories, you can do like realtor spotlights or, property owner spotlights. You can, if you're working with a team, highlight some of your team members, highlight your contractors, highlight your carpet, highlight your bricklayers. I don't know, different people that's on your team, right? And then you can also encourage some communication and some engagement through questions. Stories has features like questions, they have polls, they have things like that you can post, which then helps to increase your engagement because you're enticing people to start a conversation with you. So those are really great. Stories is cool too for maybe doing like some exclusive promotions and stuff. So typically whenever I drop something, I normally post it in my stories first because I like to feel like those people I have a community with. And then, you can use like the swipe up links. You can put links in there. You can put polls in there, all that type of stuff. So yeah, and that's just a great way to kind of really drive some engagement and even some sales through your stories. The third one is carousel.
Hold up.
Oh, take it back. Okay, we go.
So
Okay.
He over here raising his hand.
I was raising my hand because I didn't want to interrupt.
So
I did not listen to my wife, and I've been doing something on my own. I just want you to explain to me why am I doing it wrong? Because she can't explain it to me good. All right.
Okay.
So I kind of be lazy. Whenever I make a story, I just share it as a reel too. Mm-hmm. So, all right, tell me why am I wrong?
So I wouldn't say that you're necessarily wrong. I would just say maybe there's a better way of doing things. So normally with the reels, I like to get the most out of my reels, right? Because with reels, depending on your account, you can probably post up to like 90 seconds or 60 seconds, right? And so with the reels, I just feel like that's more so of what we call short form content. So think something that you would normally put on YouTube, which is long form, and then splice it down smaller and put that as your reel. Whereas in your stories, stories don't typically need to be that long.
Okay.
So yeah, let's like stories is for that quick, like on the fly. Let me just post something real quick. Your reels is like, I got transitions. I'm flipping things in. I'm adding text. I'm adding music. Like That's your real secret sauce off up in there.
So when you see the reels and they have nothing on it, you know who did them.
I know exactly who did it. I know exactly who did it.
You're gonna have some music though.
That's it. And the little cloud.
Add that music. All right, so the next one is carousels. So carousels are when you post like more than one, um, typically like more than one thing in a post. So like on Instagram, these are the ones that are that you can swipe across on your main feed. And I think that these are cool in real estate because that's an opportunity to really take your audience on a journey, through home ownership, or in this case, through flipping, right? So you can show what the property looked like when you first acquired it. Then you can show what it looked like when you went in and you started to, demo or clean it up or whatever. But slide by slide, you can show glimpse of what that flipping process looks like. Everything from the planning and the house hunting and making the offer and inspections, and then even the joy of closing day, where either you're selling that property or you're putting a family into that property or something like that. But each image will really offer a quick snapshot of the process, and that helps to create a visual for your audience and also give them some informative stories that engage and educate even potential like home buyers or people that you may be inspiring to get into flipping. Okay. So, Tonio, any questions? I have a
I
lot.
don't know what carousels is because I don't do Instagram, so I ain't got no comments on that one.
Okay, so help him, Ashley. Help him out.
Lord, it's when you have one picture and you swipe to see, okay, what's the next picture and the next picture.
Oh, I don't know how to do that though. I'm gonna figure that one out.
It's 4 pictures.
That's easy for you to say.
And I know that you typically hang out on Facebook. So even on Facebook, it's kind of the same thing because you can still post more than one image in a post. So same thing.
I ain't quite figured it out yet. Because I see it where it'd be like collage and I don't understand it yet. But I figure it out though. I'm learning behind it.
Okay. So your next one is your static post, which is probably more so in your lane, Antonio. This is just one post. Okay. But with that, you can even make some really good attention grabbing static posts. And I think that these are great for like infographics. So which the Denmark's like the Denmark page is really good about this. So you all will post infographics and it'll have like statistics or different facts or things like that. So those are cool for those. They don't necessarily have to be infographics because they could just be, one picture, like here's what this looked like when we got done flipping it, or this is the family that we put in it or whatever. So you can do that, but these are really good. They're a good way to also encourage your audience to save the post for like future reference and sharing it with their friends and things like that. So those are good. Lives, which is what we're doing now. Lives are great for conversations and conversions. So that's exactly what we're doing now. And again, in just using you all for an example, going live and connecting and converting, because you can do things like this, like hosting a session or hosting a Q&A, inviting the audience to come in and ask questions about the real estate market, about flipping, about buying, about tax sales, anything like that. And then it gives an opportunity for people like myself and Lawrence, who's going to jump on later this week, to come in and really share some of our own like experiences and some insights and tips. But it's a great and subtle way to introduce your audience to some of your expertise and your services that you offer. And then typically at the end, you have an offer and you just kind of seamlessly transition those interested viewers into a way of like maybe scheduling to work with you, scheduling how to get with you to like learn more stuff, or even offering them like a one-on-one. So remember in the beginning when I said that entertainment was at the top right now when it comes to the algorithm, Meta and Instagram and Facebook, their algorithm, and even TikTok, their algorithms are designed to push content that are what I like to call the 3 E's. That's entertaining, educational, and encouraging. And so that's why it's important that you find your niche, and then that will then, help you to find, or to help your audience rather to find you. So like entertaining content, you might again do a time lapse video of a home transformation. You can show what it looks like when you acquired it with those empty rooms, and then what it looks like once it's done and it's fully furnished and the appliances are in and everything is nice and bright and clean and shiny and new, right? And then again, adding the trending audio to that and showing what it looks like. Educational. So with this, short videos explaining what the step-by-step process looks like to buy a house, and then to flip a house, and then to sell a house, or to put a family in it. Those are really good as far as education. And then encouraging, so maybe encouraging someone who is looking for their dream home, or encouraging somebody that aspires to get into the flipping business. So just like some encouraging content. Now this here, I'm going to play it. I don't think the sound is going to go. Let me see if I can get the sound to go with it. We'll try it. But this is my very first reel that I ever made on Instagram, and I'm going to show you what ended up happening for me after I did that. So let's see if it'll do it. If not, then do we have any audio? Did it work?
I hear you now.
We
Okay.
didn't.
We just read the words.
Yep.
Oh man. Okay. Sorry. Um, Maybe later on I'll drop the link to it in the chat or something. But that was
Drop
my
it in the
very
group.
drop what?
Drop the video. Drop the reel in the group,
Okay, I'm gonna have to
in the
drop it.
Ariana Code group.
So yeah, so I'll definitely do that. But that was the first reel that I made on Instagram. And so that's a good example of entertaining content. So even though it had nothing to do with my niche, it had nothing to do with the type of business that I'm in, the clients that I work with and that I serve, it was entertaining content, which again was an opportunity for me to show up authentically as myself on social media. And at the time, um, Instagram was like really, really, really pushing the reels. It was monetized. Like, I was just putting it out there and I was kicking it. And all it was my friends had come over to my house, and I was basically showing the different personalities of all the different women in my friends group. So you've got the one who doesn't care what's going on. She's on her phone. You've got me, the one that's always hosting, but I really don't like people in my house like that. But I always have to offer up my house. My cousin, who is like very introverted, antisocial, she was somewhere off, would rather be at home with the coloring book. But from that, Tiffany Haddish, comedian and actress, you probably know her from Girls Trip, as well as some other things. But Tiffany Haddish happened to like my reel. And the reason that this was, I don't want to use the words a big deal, but the thing that it showed me was there really is a push behind entertaining content, because Tiffany Haddish doesn't even follow me on Instagram. She doesn't even follow me. So what that showed me was Instagram really did have a focus on pushing out entertaining content. And once it was pushed out, I mean, it went to the masses to the point where it came across Tiffany Haddish's feed and she liked it, and she double tapped and she kept moving, right? But just think, like, if you're putting out good content like this, there's no telling who's going to come across it. And so when we're looking at the insights from this video, this is something that I really like to pay attention to. And I really like to focus on um, my three main things, which is I like to look at the plays. So like in this case, at the time, I had, almost 9,000 plays on this one. I had 103 shares, which is, that's pretty good. That meant that there were, several people who liked it, and they thought that it was, entertaining enough to share it with their audience. 450 reactions, so likes and hearts, 23 comments, 31 people that saved it, whether they're saving it for the audio or whether they're saving it to come back and look at it because they thought it was funny or whatever. And so those are the three that I look at: the plays, the shares, and the bookmarks. And I like to tell people that it is really important that you pay attention to your insights and that you are checking them periodically. Don't obsess over them, but do look at them and do study them, because that will tell you how your reel and your content is performing. And then that way you know what type of content works best with your audience. And then that way you know what type of content your audience will tend to respond well to. Another reason that I pay attention to my insights is because, in the words of the young prophet out of Memphis, Tennessee, Yo Gotti, women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie.
No.
Numbers don't lie. You have people, like, let me tell you, ghost followers and lurkers are a real thing. You have people that may not comment, they may not like, they may not share, but they are watching. So if you look at your insights, it'll tell you how many eyes are on it. Because I always tell people, if you're only paying attention to your likes and your comments, or even your number of followers, you are really doing yourself a disservice and you're cheating yourself. Because if you're just looking at your followers, you're going to think like, oh my goodness, why am I even posting? Nobody's looking at it. Nobody's paying it any attention. People may not necessarily follow you. They may not necessarily comment on it, but those insights will tell you that they're watching. And so with that, I was able to see that this particular post was getting really great reach. It was reaching, just look at the numbers here, 8,330 accounts that it reached. And since I've made this presentation, it's gone up. But 8,000 accounts reached. And look at how many of them were not even following me. And Tiffany Haddish was in that number. Talking only, roughly 1,800 of my actual followers that saw it, but almost 7,000, almost 6,500 people that aren't following me that saw it. But what do you think that did? That converted followers, because of those 6,500 people that initially weren't following me, they did follow me. And so that then helped my following to grow up. And so that's how you organically will gain followers. They find you, they see your content, they like what you're posting, they follow you. And also, it's important to keep in mind that your initial followers may not necessarily be your audience, because how many of us are friends with people or following people on social simply because they're our, friend, or a friend of a friend, or a homegirl, or, a frat brother, or a crush, your ex, your old church members. Like, those people may not necessarily be my audience, but when I'm posting organic stuff like this, then my audience will tend to find me. And then once you know what your audience likes, it's easy for you to just rinse and repeat. I like to say that reels and content is just a rinse and repeat cycle. Once you know what works, then you just keep doing that. And that's what I did. So once I saw that my audience really liked content where I was just like authentically being myself, showing up, people love stuff with my mom. I tell my mom all the time, I'm like, you do know I've turned you into a brand, right? I have this hashtag that I do called Carol's Chronicles, where I just tell stories of like things that happened between my mom and I, whether, we're in the car and she said something funny, or we're at a concert and this happened, or whatever. And people literally will walk up to my mom like, oh, it used to be, oh, you're Shayla's mom. But now when they see her, they know, oh, you're Carol. Because they know Carol's Chronicles. And I'm like, you owe me. I have legit like turned you into a brand, whether you know it or not. Okay.
Listen, it has us going every time.
Every time. Like, people love it. And so, even down to one of the posts that I made was my family and I had gone to eat hibachi, and we were like, how they throw the chicken? Like, all of us were taking our turns, like catching the chicken, and like literally all of us were catching it. I mean, just landing it like you wouldn't believe. And that video got almost 16,000 views on Instagram. It's my family sitting up like catching chicken. Like, what? But that's entertaining to people, and they liked it and they kept watching it, right? But again, like I said, once you know what your audience likes, it becomes second nature to you. You're just going to immediately be able to listen to like trending audio sounds and know what's resonating with your audience and what they're going to like. So this is Adam Mosseri. He is the head of Instagram. And I wanted to put this picture up here so you would know that it came from the horse's mouth. I'm not calling Adam a horse, but I'm just saying. So it came directly from him. And he said, we're not deprioritizing reels. We still think reels are incredibly important, but we think that photos and carousels are also an important part of what we do at Instagram, and they will continue to be forever. What does that mean? That means that all of us who at one point were doing really, really well with reels, like I said, reels since last year has a 76% decrease in its reach. But even with it dropping down 76%, it's still really important, because what people were noticing was that um or what we saw was, because there was such a heavy push with reels, people were starting to only post reels because they weren't seeing that type of engagement on their regular post or in their carousels and their stories and things. And so what Adam is saying is reels is important, but we realized that the other stuff is important too. So we brought that back. So what that means is it's important that you are diversifying your content strategy. So stick with your reels, but make sure that you're also posting multiple pictures and multiple static images. Make sure that you're talking and doing things in your stories. Make sure that you're going live. And so that, like, those are the things that you want to incorporate, and the type of content that you choose to post should really depend on the message that you're trying to convey. So like, for example, when we want to talk and have more of like an engagement with our audience, maybe going live would be better. If you want to go more into an in-depth conversation, if you want to just post something real quick and get people to send in you know a question, like those, again, knowing what type of content you want to post and then doing that. When it comes to navigating a slow season, because some of you are like, well, I'm getting into flipping, but I haven't bought my first flip, or I don't really know what to post right now. I don't have any construction going on. What am I supposed to do? So when it comes to your slow season, you can do things like neighborhood highlights. I like to tell people, maybe going around and saying, hey, this is what's happening in, now I'm here in Alabama, so I'll just give for an example. This is what's happening in the Hoover community. Posting, these are the top 5 restaurants that I think people should visit when they come to Birmingham, or these are things that's happening in the city. So that's good. Maybe if you're flipping or you aspire to flip in a neighborhood that has a neighborhood garden, like highlighting some things like that. Everything doesn't have to be about your particular property and your particular flip. You can do other things. Maybe highlighting the school systems that's in different areas. Also doing polls, engaging with people, asking them, what neighborhood, if you had $1 million, where would you want to build? Or, if you had money to convert every house on the block, like, just different things to get your audience talking to you. And then also, don't be afraid to repurpose some of your old content. So you don't have to always come up with new stuff. Repurpose some of your old stuff. Sometimes I'll go back and these reels that I've posted that are like hilariously funny and stuff, I'll repost those and put them in my stories. Or I'll repost them and put a different caption to it. Hey, do you remember when I did this? Or you remember that? So just doing those types of things. So hopefully y'all are still with me. Hopefully I haven't lost anybody just yet, but let's wake up a little bit. So drop a 1 in the chat if you feel like you don't have enough time to film, edit, and post your content to be consistent on social media. Drop a 1 in the chat if that's you, if you feel like you don't have enough time to film, edit, and post content to be consistent. Okay, I see a couple of ones. Okay. And then let's put a 2 in the chat if you think that you would post more consistently if I showed you how to do it. Okay. We see some ones coming in. Okay. So I'm going to try my luck one more time at this
Video.
video, because I'm going to see if it'll let me show you how I batch 100 pieces of content. So let's give it a try.
100 pieces.
100 pieces of content.
Apparently, it's still tripping.
Like I sound like it want to play. Whatever you do, it sounds like some static come, but then it don't.
Snap. Okay. Well, basically, this, thank God I put this slide in here, because otherwise, like, we'd be completely lost. But this is how I basically make 100 pieces of content. I choose 5 content corners, or what I like to call content spaces. So, like, that might be the conference room at the office. It might be my office. It may be the parking lot. It might be the kitchen, and it might be like our open common area. Okay, so I choose 5 content spaces, and then what I do is I do 10 videos in each of those spaces. And when you do videos, you don't have to overcomplicate things. Think of one thing, like one topic and one point, or one question and one answer to that question. Those can be your 10 different videos that you create. And then what I also do is I make 10 photos in each of those spaces. So then I've got 50 videos, 50 photos, and I then have 100 pieces of content. So literally, you can sit down and crank out pieces of content in a matter of hours and be done for like 30 days. Like that, for you to post multiple times per day. Then you can take those questions that you ask and that you're answering, and you can maybe make an infographic about it. You can post it in your stories. You can take the post once you make it, and then put the post in your stories. So like, don't like think and overcomplicate things, right? And don't think that you have to, when I say 5 content corners, I don't mean for you to get in the car and drive from Trustville to Vestavia to Hoover to Homewood and then to Inslee. Like, that's not what I mean. You literally can be in one building and you can map out 5 different spaces. I've literally seen people be in one room and they'll say, okay, we're going to like film shooting this corner and then that corner and then that corner and that corner. Like, you don't have to overcomplicate it. So again, little Q&A time. How many of you, dropping ones in the chat, how many of you feel like you have content that is so valuable that you should be paid for it? Like, that's me right there. I know I'm a 1. I know this stuff that I'm telling y'all right now, 1, 11, like 1, 1, 1, 1. Like, I know that this is valuable. I know the Denmarks, everything they drop is valuable, in my opinion. They definitely are some ones. But how many of you, by dropping ones in the chat, feel like you have content that is so valuable you should be paid for it? And then drop a 2 in the chat if you want to know how to monetize your page without waiting for invitations and approvals from payouts from Meta and YouTube. Because you're on YouTube, you have to have a certain number of subscribers, you have to have a certain number of watch hours. Meta has their own criteria that you have to meet before you can be monetized. So what I like to teach people is how to go ahead and cash in on their charisma. Like, you don't have to wait for them. There are other ways that you can self-monetize your content. One of those is subscription services. I have a client that I worked with who had 10,000 followers on Instagram and didn't realize that he could do subscriptions. I'm like, turn it on. Turn it on. He talks about couponing. I'm like, turn that on. Like, talk about your couponing in your stories and do like exclusive offers and drops and stuff. You can offer a monthly Instagram subscription for like some real estate insights. You know, let's just say that you have a list of like some really dependable really reliable contractors that you've used, people that show up, they show up on time, they do the work. Like, you can literally make a list. I've seen people make Google Docs and Google Sheets, and they sell the link to their list for like, however much amount of money you think it's worth. So those are ways that you can really like start to kind of self monetize. Even doing things like teasing premium content on your main feed, which will then encourage subscriptions. So like, let's say you've got this beautiful home you're in the process of flipping. You can show what it looks like before and then say, for the after pictures and to go behind the scenes and to, maybe you have interviews with your GC on the project, or maybe you even are showing some things like kind of like a reality show, like you're showing the things that went wrong with the flip and the things and how you overcame that and how you did some problem solving and offered a solution, doing those type of things, and then teasing that premium content. See, write that one down. Write that
one down.
Yeah.
I be having so many problems.
See, like, and then you can do that, because I think also too, what's the valuable piece in it is showing the resolution, right? Showing like how you came up with solving that problem. Again, live Q&A sessions. So you can host live Q&A sessions on Instagram or on Facebook and just really give some like real housing market advice. Everybody's talking about this thing that's going on with Congress and NRA, and we're talking about interest rates and all this stuff. Do a live Q&A session talking about your opinions on that, or what to do to kind of combat that, or whatever. Maybe even charging some people for some personalized consultations during these sessions. So like, one of my things that I do is I love to do brainstorming sessions with people and talk to people and ask them like, where are you struggling in your business? And they pay me for my advice on that. So if you're somebody that's great at real estate, great at flipping or whatever, you could charge people. Third, private Facebook group. That's what we're in right now. Imagine if they charged people to be in this group, because then you're getting these types of sessions, live sessions in this group.
How much you would charge? Keep talking.
How much I would charge for this?
How much you would charge for my group?
Oh, and see, the thing about y'all's group, I've been watching y'all's growth, right? Y'all are almost, if you aren't already, y'all are almost at 1,000 followers, and the group hasn't been around that long.
No, I haven't.
And how many times are you going live in this group a week?
Twice at minimum.
Twice at minimum. I would charge I think even maybe something like a $45 a month, or even like a $12.99 monthly subscription, recurring monthly subscription or something, right? Like,
hey, listen, for y'all who watching, y'all better get in the group now. Because start in April. What month this is?
Stop it.
What month this is?
March.
April 1st. It's gonna be a fee to get in this group now. Y'all gonna be grandfathered in. We're gonna start y'all off at $12.99. Everybody else gonna be $25.99. Don't say I didn't tell you. I appreciate that, Shayla.
You're welcome. And don't y'all blame me, because he said that you would be grandfathered in. So go ahead, tag your friends, tell a friend to tell a friend, get in REID coded, because next month you might not be getting nothing like this for free. You're not gonna hear from me.
Y'all think I'm playing too. Y'all, I promise you, y'all think I'm playing. But when you see it, don't be like, I wonder where he got it from. I got it from Shayla Nicole, and I'm gonna implement it.
Shayla Nicole.
He's Shayla Nicole.
Yeah, but those are things you could do. Also, like an ebook or a resource bundle. Again, like I said, resource bundle. A list of GCs, a list of electricians, a list of plumbers, whoever. Number 5, virtual home tours, right? What if there's like this really exclusive neighborhood? Or what if it's like a gated community, right? And everybody can't get behind that gate, but you can. And you can show them what that house looks like behind that gate. And then also, this is one of my favorites, and I actually do this on my page, but exclusive close friends. So I have people that pay me like $5 a month to be on my close friends. But in those close friends, you're getting content that I'm not posting on my timeline, that my other followers aren't seeing. Anytime I have something that's coming out, I drop it there first. So that's something else. Now, speaking of dropping things first, I'm about to drop something in REI Decoded that I haven't even put out to my own audience yet. So y'all are getting this here first. So Ashley and Antonio,
we above the close friends category. Let's go.
Y'all, when I tell you, y'all, look, how the little thing on TikTok, like, if we locked in, ain't no switching. Like, we locked in.
You locked
I'm
in.
about to drop this in y'all's group, and my own people don't even know about it first. So, all my people that's in Birmingham or any surrounding areas, show up. This is your chance to work with me. Content and Cocktails is happening. All right. June 1st, downtown Birmingham. This is going to be the ultimate content planning happy hour. So here you're going to basically link up with me. We're going to have a night of creativity and content planning and connection. You're going to have an opportunity to really like elevate your content game. I'm going to work one-on-one with everybody in the room, show you different angles, show you different ways to set up your camera, show you different apps, different tips and tricks that you can use to like self-record, giving you some ideas on things that you can do to record and shoot. I'm showing you how to shoot, film, and edit right from your phone. I'm giving you all type of insider tips, tricks, everything from like planning and shooting. The idea is, remember I talked about the 100 pieces of content. The idea is that you're going to come, you're going to have an opportunity to network with some other like-minded creatives, some influencers, creators just like you. We're going to exchange ideas, bounce ideas off of each other, really do some connecting, right? And when you leave Content and Cocktails, you are going to leave with 30 days of content already planned. I'm taking the guesswork out of it for you.
Okay.
So if you want to head over to Content, and then it's the letter N, Content and Cocktails.ticketvelocity.com, you can secure your spot. If you promo code REI, you're going to get a discount on your VIP ticket. If you want to sign up for VIP and you use promo code REI, you're going to get some money off of your ticket. We do accept Afterpay, Klarna, Affirm, all that good stuff. So go ahead, head over there and sign up. But I'm telling you, like, the place we're having it is incredible. It's got several different sets. So you'll have different backgrounds, and like I said, you'll be able to work with me and some of the people on my team to really develop some content while you're there in the room. So head over to contentandcocktails.ticketvelocity.com, and if you forget the link, just shoot me a DM or something, and I'll make sure that I get it to you. All right. So Ashley and Antonio, what y'all think about content?
Wait. I'm ready. Let me tell you why I'm even more ready, because you done dropped this event on my birthday. So I know it's gonna be fire. I know it's gonna be fire. So don't plan nothing. This is where we going. Understood.
Can I get my questions answered?
The woman has spoken.
Right. Understood.
I got you.
Okay.
Questions. All right. So one of my questions is, when you're doing your 100 pieces of content, are you doing all the filming and videoing yourself, or are you bringing someone in to do that?
Usually when I'm doing it just like in my just regular setting, I'm usually doing all that. I'm usually setting up a tripod, shooting it myself, editing myself. Now I don't edit within the same day, but I do have things like already filmed and ready to go. And then I normally like to edit my own like reels and short form video. And then I let my team edit my more so long form video for like YouTube and stuff like that. Now, you know me, my background is in video editing. So if I have to pull it out,
you like that. That's your superpower.
Yes. So what I did with that is I did the first two myself, and then I just showed my team. So now when y'all start to do it, this is how it should look, because this is how I did it. But I built like all of my own lower thirds, intro video, all that good stuff. So yeah.
All right. So you got my brain going. I got an idea. All right.
Okay.
Listen, he ain't got no notebook. He on scratch sheet of envelope paper. He
Look,
keep out wrote on the desk.
however
All right.
he had to get it, he got it. Okay.
So look, so I feel like I want to do something like a Denmark Chronicles where I'm going back to like all the houses we've done and talking about the top 5 things that went wrong. So should that be like a live? Should that be like what would be the best way to get that content out? Would it be like to pre-do it? Like what would you think? Because I mean I could do that all day.
That needs to be long form content on you guys' YouTube channel, and you need to drop trailers and teasers on social. So, the whole thing, you want to see that whole thing, you go to YouTube. But for people to know that it's out there and to send that traffic to YouTube, make shorter videos. So that might be you either taking a clip from the video and then putting it on social and saying, now head over to our YouTube channel to see the rest. Or it could be you actually at the property, with the camera, with the phone. Yo, what's up? It's Antonio Denmark, ex-flipper, blah, blah, blah. Like kind of talking and teasing about it. But then again, sending the traffic to YouTube.
Okay.
Because I feel like that could really be a series. You're talking about doing your top 5 properties. Like that could be a series.
All right, now I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if y'all got questions, ask your questions. I'm gonna take them all if y'all don't answer. So my other question is, when it comes to testimonials, out of the 5 ways to post it, which way is the best way to get that message out?
I would say my first top way is video. Get your client or your person to speak on video with their testimonial. Second way is to just do like a text infographic. So you can ask them to email it in or fill out a survey. Like I have Google Forms that I create that I send to my people at the end of their brainstorming sessions, and whatever reviews that they give me, then I'll take some of that text and make a graphic for it. Something I started doing with my brainstorming sessions is I noticed that if I ever asked people to, hey, can you send me a video? Can you something? They would never get around to it. They were always nervous to be on camera. They was waiting for the right moment. So now what I do is at the end of the session, I go ahead then and ask them, hey, you got a quick 1 to 2 minutes? Let's film it real quick. And we film it at the end of their session. So like if we're talking that you want to get a testimonial from a home buyer, somebody that bought one of your flips, maybe at the closing, ask them at the closing, like, can I go ahead and film you real quick with a testimonial?
Okay. How would you put it back out? Would that be a reel, a story, a carousel?
I would make that a reel.
Okay.
I would make it a really nice edited reel. So I would have their testimonial on there, and then I will also have some B-roll of the property that they bought. I would show the property and then also have their voiceover and have them on camera. But that would be short form. That would be a reel, and that would be something that I would also share in my stories.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Another thing that I think y'all should do that I just started.
Run it. Let's go.
So now, like every single time that I do a talk or like my team does like an in-person production or anything, we got a videographer on the team. Like my girl, she following me and she capturing stuff. And when I tell you, like if I were to show you my drafts in Instagram right now, where I've just taken all those different and she don't have to edit. I tell her, look, and y'all know me, y'all know I love to solve a problem. So the first time we did it, she had so much footage, it took her forever to send me the Dropbox. So now it's like, no, here, you're going to put my card in your camera. You're going to shoot, you're going to give me back my card. And then when I go home, I dump. And if I feel like editing, I edit it and I knock it out. Or I let my team handle it. But I'm getting content like all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we do got a question.
Wait a minute. Yeah, we do.
I can tell by Ashley's face, like the wheel is spinning.
You putting the card in your phone?
I'm putting the card in.
Or in the camera.
The camera.
Oh, okay, because I'm just looking at this phone like I'm dropping this
But,
card.
but sis, you need to get on Amazon.
Come on, show me.
Get you one of these, the little dongle.
Okay, I got a dongle.
You don't got that dongle.
I do have that dongle. It's in the Porsche. But it ain't got it ain't got no SIM card.
Oh yeah, see, this one's got like 3 different ones. So the little smaller one I have, so this little smaller one is like the mini SD. So whenever I do my talks, I have this thing that I carry with me that's a voice amplifier. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like a little speaker. It clips to your belt buckle or to your waist, and it's a speaker. So then when I'm talking, it's projecting to the audience. I'm not having to yell, but it has a card in it, and it's recording my talk. So then I'm able to take that, and I have the audio of everything that I said in my talks, and I can use that. Or I've got the bigger SD card reader, and my videographer, whenever she's done filming or whatever, I can put the card in here, and I can open everything on my photo album, edit from my phone if I want to. Or another thing I do is, because I always have so many videos and pictures on my phone, you can plug it in, and then you can move things off of your phone onto a card. So this is a good little investment for everybody watching.
Yeah, my dongle doesn't look like that. Yeah, my dongle just has HDMI.
Girl, I got plenty dongles, all type of dongles. Everything you need, I got you.
Listen. All right, hold up. We got a question. How do you suggest using old content and videos you may have in your phone to create new content?
B-roll is my favorite thing. So with the old content and videos, depending on what it is, you could even do something as simple as like a monthly photo dump, right? So like we're coming up on the end of March. Take all that stuff that you've done through March and make you like a really quick reel that shows like, I looked at these many properties, I flipped these many properties, I put these many families in a property, like, or whatever. And like do that, maybe put some text on it, like, 5 flips, 7 contracts, whatever. Another way, let's see. So how do you suggest using old content and videos? Yeah, I mean, the simple answer is to just use it. Like, just use it. Your audience doesn't know when you shot it. I have things from a talk that I did in February that I'm probably going to be dropping in March and April. They don't know when I did the talk. The thing is to just put it out there.
Okay.
Yep.
I can talk forever with you. So I'm going to need you to drop the name of the dongle in the group.
Okay.
I think that's fire.
Okay.
I'm still stuck on the group also. Drop the flyer. I'm still stuck on this amplifier.
Oh yeah, the little amplifier. I wish I had it with me. I would show it to you. But and of course mine is pink because my brand colors are black and pink and white. So mine is pink, but it's it looks like a little speaker. It's like a little small, like square box. I mean, it's not big at all. But and it comes with 2. I'll drop that in the chat too. But it comes with 2 mics. It comes with like the headset mic that I like to call the Janet Jackson. When Janet being concerned, she got the little. So you got that one, and then you have one of these, the lapel mic that you just can clip on and.
Oh man, let's go. So I'm gonna ask this question: if you got one thing out of this, one nugget, drop me some fire emojis, drop me some hand claps, drop me some comments to let us know that you learned something.
Have I not taught you anything?
I don't know.
Only drop fires. We do not need them to figure out if they're gonna drop a fire, a hand clap, a thumbs up, a heart. Just the fire. Just the fire.
I like a variety.
Just the fire. Your brain don't even process that fast.
He said he want different format. What I call the different content formats. He want different forms of emojis. Thank you. Thank you to that Facebook user who dropped some fire in the chat. I hope that this was helpful.
Oh man, it was helpful to me. I mean, hopefully they got something out of it. I got something out of it. I feel like the people that actually listen and take this information and implement it, they will definitely see a difference in their social media. As much as I do from a social media standpoint, I still have room to grow. So no matter how much you're doing, you can always do more.
Your auntie tried to follow your direction. Look
See,
how
that's
long
my
it took her to
auntie.
do it,
That's my
though.
auntie.
Look
She
how long
think
it took
like
her
me.
to
She
do it.
like bam, bam, bam. Let's go.
I
Yes.
love it. But yeah, you can always, improve. I'm always constantly improving and trying to figure out different things to do with my social. I'm always constantly studying the algorithm and the trends and the things that are like changing and stuff, which is one of the advantages to working like an agency like 66 Media, is because we stay in the know with that type of stuff. So I mean, doing content alone can become like overbearing sometimes and a little bit overwhelming. So imagine then trying to keep up with, well, should I be posting a reel now, or like what's going to work? So yeah, it's ever changing, ever evolving.
Okay, so on the way out the door, what's the significance of the digital creator tag on your profiles?
Okay, so the digital okay, so two things with like Facebook, with the digital creator thing. When it first came out, it was a way to monetize. So only the people that had digital creator profiles could monetize their page. Another thing is, I think that Facebook still has it where it caps off at 5,000 friends. Well, now you don't have a cap if you have the digital creator profile. You can have as many people follow you. So when they go to your page, it'll give them the option to follow, or they can add friend. So that's another thing. And then also, Facebook has these challenges that they've been putting out, and you'll see people post to say, "Oh, I was a rising creator this week," or "I was a this week," or whatever. And people that don't know think that you're just on there posting, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's so dumb. Like, who cares that you're a rising creator?" And they think that it doesn't matter. It does matter, y'all.
It matters.
All of these platforms do things very strategically. And even though you may not know what it is and you may not think it means something, do your research, go to Google and figure out why they're doing it. So when I looked into it, it was basically saying that once you get those different like badges and you're knocking off all these different challenges, they roll out more features to your page. So they do mean something. Like, so yeah.
Listen, we're gonna be in a battle on sharing content in a minute. Because when I get it, he just be like, "Oh, whoop-de, okay."
It's always a see. I'll tell you, players gonna play, ballers gonna ball, haters gonna hate.
There we go.
He hating on you and your badges, sis. Like, Tony, you'll set the game.
Badges?
Lots of them.
You ain't got no damn badges.
I bet my features
You ain't
look
got
different
no
than
badge.
yours.
That's just because I ain't turned mine
Pull
on.
your phone out.
I ain't turned mine
Pull
on.
your phone out.
Turn them on. Turn them on. Like, that's even going back to Reels, right? One of the reasons that Instagram even started monetizing and letting people get money off of Reels is because everybody was going to TikTok. So then they gave us Reels. See, everything, Instagram is a copycat. Snapchat came out. Everybody was running a Snap, so they gave us stories. Everybody started running a TikTok. They give us Reels. And people were still on TikTok because TikTok had the better music selections. So then what they started to do was say, okay, well, we're going to give you money. We're going to throw some money in it. And y'all know we like money. I don't know anybody in here that don't like money.
That's right.
So then that was their way of pretty much giving us an incentive to stay on the platform. And the moment that people started doing it and making money from it, and they were able to retain an audience on Instagram, Instagram took it away. They just gave it to us long enough to bait us, to keep us on the platform, and it worked.
That's right.
Hey, sound like good businessman to me.
Or women.
All women. Thank you for coming. We have to do this again. I'm gonna look at my schedule and make sure we do this again.
Yes.
Absolutely. But I want you guys to make sure that, listen, get in the room. Don't just get in the room. I'm going to always tell you this. Get in VIP. Make sure that you're connected. Make sure you get everything out of an event that you should get out of an event. All right. Go to contentandcocktails.ticketlocity.com. Get your tickets, put in REI as your discount code, because I want to know that you're in the place. Antonio and I will be in VIP. We want to see you with us.
And I'll probably give away one. I'll probably buy one to give away to the
Let's
group.
do that. I like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like
Yes.
that. Let's do that. Let's do that.
And see, and I forgot to even mention that with VIP comes with an so what we're gonna do with the VIP people is that Friday night we're gonna go kick it. So that's just me and a small group of people. We're gonna go somewhere, we're gonna have like a private little happy hour, and that's gonna be an opportunity for you to ask like one-on-one questions with me, hang out with me. Pretty much what you see on live is what my personality is like in real life. So if this got on your nerves, don't buy VIP, because imagine this but on a little bit like steroid, you know.
Drinks.
Yes, drinks. We're having a good time in VIP, and also I forgot to mention that right now the early bird tickets are up. So if you do the early bird tickets, you're gonna save, and then if you put in the REI on your VIP ticket, then you're gonna save there as well.
Let's go. Let's
get it. Let's
I'm
get
excited.
it. Thank you. You can't wait to come hang out.
Yeah.
Let's make this a thing so everybody can help improve their business. We want to see everybody grow. That's why we do these type of things. We have a tremendous network of people, and our people like to give. So that's why we do these things. Thank you again for coming and giving this knowledge. And ideally, people will take this and use it.
And implement it. Absolutely. Don't just take it and then it goes from one ear and out the other. No, I want to see you start posting different reels, different stories, different posts. And then I want you to even tag Shayla in it and let her know, listen, I got this from you. What you think, sis? And I promise you, she'll give you some feedback.
Rehab promise.
Let's take it to the next level. Deals are everywhere, but no one is going to bring you deals if they don't know who you are and if they don't know what you're doing. So get from behind yourself. Stop blocking yourself from doing the things that you're trying to do. Let people know what it is that you're trying to do. Post some reels, post some videos, post some content. Even the smallest amount of content, I promise you, will get you traction on social media. The biggest thing is doing it.
That's it.
You guys, make sure if you are in Birmingham, we are having an in-person event at Vulcan Park and Museum. It starts at 5. The event starts at 5:30. Doors open at 5:30. Event starts at 6. Tashiana King is she in Birmingham already?
Yeah, she already in town.
She is already in town, and she's going to teach you guys how to start investing in Airbnb. So make sure you're there. Don't ask me for the replay. Just get there.
There it is. Let's rock. Thank you. I can go get my hair cut now.
Oh, it is her time.
Thank y'all.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Shayla. Love you.
Love you.